Ladies and gentlemen, in this video I am bringing you a fantastic chess game, if I do say so myself, and I say so because I was the one who played it. Now, if you've watched me play chess before, you know that's about a 50-50 when I play a chess game. I'm either going to play really well or I'm going to play really, really poorly. But today I played a fantastic game. Well, not today. A few days ago, I was playing against a friend. And I'll explain the context of why we were playing very briefly. We are part of a group and we're part of a league that we've created, and we're on opposite teams. So it was teams of three, so, first team to 2 points, and I was playing to tie the score. So we're currently down 1-0, and I was playing my mate Stan. He's from Nigeria, 1773, and I'm 1820 at this point in time. It was a 10-minute game, no increment, although it was a friendly game, so if one of us was running out of time, we could, ask our mate to send us 15 seconds. But that wasn't required, because I finished this game in such a disgusting manner that I don't know if he's going to be my friend anymore.
We don't know it. Keep you, buddy. What's your name?
Stan.
Stan. Oh, see, I just kicked Stan.
And what am I talking about? Well, he played e4. I played c6, and I played a Caro-Kann defense. And this is the position we got at the opening. And, basic principles, knight to c6. When the knight develops, we get the bishop out, so that when it gets kicked, we can trade and then play e6. So far, very simple stuff. The knight being on c3 is interesting, because sometimes you want to play either c3 or c4. So it will probably reroute itself at some point to another area of the board. In the moment, we take some space on the queen side. We both make waiting moves. I develop my bishop. He develops his rook. I castle. So far, very simple stuff. None of us has done anything stupid. We're both fairly highly rated. I decide, after he reroutes his knight, to play b5, taking space on the queen side. And here he makes a slight inaccuracy. He plays b4, which is not necessary. He can continue with a plan of knight to f4 or knight to g3, and he can also play bishop to f4, just, cutting my rook from going there, putting it on an active diagonal. It can always retreat if it gets attacked. He should be focusing on this side of the board. Instead, he commits to touching the queen side, which he probably doesn't need to do, because it allows me to follow up with a5. And it's a fantastic move. It's the best move according to the engine. And here he makes a mistake. Makes a mistake because of a common problem in continuity. I can take. And after he takes, this rook is not actually defended, so this pawn can't defend this. And I know all of that, and yet I took with the wrong piece. I took with the knight. Knight takes b4. And this is not good. It's a mistake for one move only, and that is the move knight to c3, counter-attacking my own pawn. Not moving the bishop out of the way, so this still can't take, but counter-attacking this own pawn, creating that quick counterplay. Unfortunately, that's not what happened, and he continued with bishop to g5. And not a bad idea, getting the bishop out the way. Now the knight is hanging, and he's threatening to take my knight on the other side, but I can bring my knight back. And even though, yes, you can bring the queen, my first idea is to play h6, attacking the bishop, gaining a tempo. After it retreats, I play rook b8, which is it's an okay move. It's not the best move. Then after my knight gets attacked, I gain another tempo hitting the queen and reroute my knight to a very nice square on c4. Here it's threatening all sorts of places that it can go. It's now attacking that pawn, so I can quickly get looking to try and win this thing. And it's really nicely placed. It's blocking this whole c-file, so really sitting nicely at the moment. He continues with his plan of knight out, and now I play a very silly move here. I should just play g5, because that bishop is 100% trapped. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. I didn't really look at this move because I wasn't sure about this position, because I think the queen can get in very quickly, and I'm not sure I'm actually comfortable defending this, despite the fact it's -5 almost. So call me a wuss, call me whatever you like. I played knight to d7, and we traded off the bishops. I thought, yeah, I had a strong bishop, but I think my knight's going to be stronger going this way. Anyway, the bishop reroutes. I bring a rook over to the c-file, the queen slides over, and then I begin to double. But I shouldn't have doubled this quickly. there's another move here I need to play, and it is rook c7. So I started with the wrong rook, because now you can't play this, because I can take it. Because this rook is not hanging, the knight protects it, whereas the way I did it in the game with rook to b7, now when this gets played, I can't take it because my rook is hanging. So slight difference there. I should have started with the rook on c7, now I can double, but now they can push the pawn, which the engine doesn't like, but I thought it could be menacing, because you could start undermining everything I own, like this, and then we take, but now I can take with the pawn, so I keep everything together. The rook's not hanging on b8, we've already discussed that. Queen slides over, and I just double the rooks, because I'm going to win the pawn. We get rook to b1, I take the pawn, takes, and the rook comes down to hit my knight, but I just bring my queen back, best move to d8. Because I looked at what else I can do to defend the knight. I could go here, but that looks like it's inviting problems, and my king can become weak on the back rank. Don't want to go back to f8 because that's very passive. I looked here, but it's just weird consortium configurations, and I'm just like tying my shoes together. So queen to d8 looked the worst of the evils. Queen infiltrates here, and now I'm forced into this move, rook to a8. Else there was, problems with them potentially pinning me on the back rank. My knight could still not move. Now it can. We get queen here targeting the knight. It can go back to f6. And you can see right now I'm up a lot on time. So this next move I made just because I didn't have a concrete plan. So I just wanted to make a move. Knight to d7. I offered a brief exchange, a brief repetition. I wouldn't have repeated. I just wanted to figure something out. That was my whole idea. I just wanted to figure something out. But they didn't offer. My mate, Stan, didn't go for repetition. He instead played queen to e2. A good move. Like, we haven't played really poor moves. We've made a couple of inaccuracies. I made that one big mistake, which when I took with the knight instead of the bishop. But otherwise, we haven't done anything really wrong. It's been a high-level game. Now I push the pawn, which is a perfectly fine move. The rook goes back, which is not the best move. The best move here, and yes, this is still a good move, but you need to play rook a3. You need to stop this pawn going any further. Oh, rook a3? No. Yeah. It says rook a3 is a good move. What's the best move then? Come on now. It's thinking queen d1, king h2, queen a2. Strange. Anyway, rook a3 gets played, which I thought he should have played rook a2. Now because I can swing the rook in, it hits the queen slides over, and now my pawn is just promoting, because even though you can bring the knight back, it's not good enough because I queen, so I'm now up a knight. I'm up a knight and a pawn. So I did sacrifice the pawn effectively for the knight. Now I've just got to make sure I don't hang anything. I bring the rook all the way back after it was targeted. I bring the knight out, and here I find a very clutch move. And I find the best move, queen to c7. Which looks like a mistake. It looks like a mistake, because I've actually allowed queen takes f6. Can't take the queen, because I'm pinned. And here I'm bust, if not for one move. It is what you have been watching this video for. Those of you who are strong players would have picked up on this instantly. The next move of the engine to keep -1 advantage is to play g6. Because I'm going to get mated if I don't do anything. But that's a miss. The only other move it offers me is to play king to f8. At which point I lose this and I get hunted out. And I probably lose the game, because it's +2. The only move, and one I spotted almost instantly because I saw it. When I played queen to c7, I saw that this queen was pinned to the king via the rook. So if you move the rook, I take the queen. So I thought I was forcing a queen trade. I was. But I was also threatening to sacrifice the queen! Queen takes g3. The best move, a brilliant move, double exclamation mark, because king takes, now I can take the queen, it's no longer pinned to the g-pawn, and after here, my friend I went to work on him. I traded all the pawns. My rook, I had a rook at the end. I still wanted to promote. So I grabbed all his pawns. I went all the way back. I started pushing my pawn. And this game did not go much longer. We made these moves instantly almost. I brought the queen up. And eventually, it did take a lot longer than I expected. Not gonna lie, when I had a queen on the board. But I worked the king all the way up. Eventually forced him to the back rank. And then brought my own king to the party to deliver checkmate on move 80. I had 4 minutes extra than my opponent. My friend, it was a stellar game. I tied the match. I'm waiting for the decider to see what happens. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. This was an amazing game played by both of us. If you look at game review from chess.com, it thinks my opponent's stand played as a 1900, which is 200 points higher than him, and it thinks I played like a 2250. Superb game by the both of us. I find that one brilliant move, and the game is won.
We don't know it. Keep you, buddy. What's your name?
Stan.
Stan. Oh, see, I just kicked Stan.